Today we are doing a pull day. I'm here at Madison Ave Strength Lab's facility is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really pumped to train back. I'm gonna do some arms with it. So my split has been legs, push, pull. Today I'm gonna show you pull day. We've already had a video series about legs. We've actually had multiple series where we've trained legs. I've showed you my push day, and today we're gonna get into pull. And I'm gonna start, for me, when I do pull, I always focus on lats first. I try to build my lats more than anything because that's gonna give you that nice V taper. It's gonna make your waist look smaller, make your shoulders look bigger, make everything pop. So I wanna start with a movement that's gonna address that. And for me, that's supinated pull down. So supinated means I can hold sup, pronated I can't, and this is neutral. Why is it neutral? Because when your hands fall at your side, your palms naturally face inward. So I'm gonna turn my wrist and I'm gonna supinate, and movement number one of my pull day is gonna be supinated pull downs. So I like to be nice and stable. I'm just gonna warm up. It's gonna be a warm up set. Don't need a lot of weight. I'm gonna figure out what the right weight for me is. I'm gonna make sure that my wrist really gets turned into that supinated position, and then drive with my elbow, stretch at the top. Drive with the elbow, stretch the top. And part of stretching is getting my head through. Make sure that teres minor gets stretched. Make sure that lat gets stretched. Warm up set shouldn't be challenging at all. I'm able to talk while I do it. Pull. Stretch. I like to do single arm. Hold on. For a couple reasons. When you come up, this is neutral, right? It's naturally lays here like this, flat. Flat like this. Put my hands up in the air. That's how it fits. Now to turn my wrist, you can see I can probably naturally turn like this. I can excessively turn like this, but I'm really having to internally rotate my shoulders to get there. So when I have one arm, it's much easier to turn your wrist because there's never perfect symmetry in your arms. Look, I'm naturally just raised up my arms. Look what's happened. This arm is in front of this arm just naturally. Just my shoulder mobility, just this is how it is. Even when I go all the way back as far as I can, look, this arm is further back. My right arm is further back than my left arm. Asymmetries are perfectly natural. Matter of fact, people who have the biggest asymmetries are professional athletes because they're constantly throwing with their right hand or they're constantly doing XYZ with their lead hand, and they develop asymmetries not only in their arm, but all the way through their core, their hips, etc. So you want to limit asymmetries, but it's just reality of the game, guys. You have to work around them. And if your goal is hypertrophy, you want to be aligned because you're going to cause things like elbow pain, shoulder pain. So that's why I like to do single arm pull downs, because again, when I rotate like this, it allows me to really turn, and I'm internally rotating my shoulders, and I'm limiting force of them to try to both be equal on both sides because they simply aren't. This left arm has less shoulder mobility than my right arm. So movement number one, supinated pull downs. I'm gonna do one more warm up set, and then you guys will see me start on my working sets. Okay, so we did 2 warm-up sets of single arm supinated pull down. Now I'm gonna do my working sets. Again, I usually use a heavy compound movement for my first movement when training. Back is an exception because I really wanna isolate those lats. I want my lats to even be involved when I do like heavy row movements because that's really my major focus, particularly for me, but I think it should be for anybody while training back. I have plenty of traps, but for anybody, if you're trying to look very aesthetic, lats is your focus. So I'm gonna kind of pre-exhaust this muscle. I'm gonna go for reps of about 10. So I'll be somewhere between 8 and 10. I usually pick a compound movement, heavy weight for my first movement, but for back, because I wanna isolate those lats first and foremost, going a little bit higher with the rep range. So supinated pull downs, 8 to 10 reps, 3 working sets. And for me, it's all about the stretch. The more we're learning, the lengthened position might be the most crucial to build muscle. 5. So every time, 6. If a deep stretch at the top. 8. 9. 10. One more. I try to go right to failure. Like, I don't think I could have pulled that next one down where my elbow got in line with my spine. So to here, if I can't get there, that's not full range of motion, it's technically failure. It's technical failure if I can't get all the way down. So I try to get like right to the brink of there on my sets, like 1 or 2 reps from failure. So 3 working sets, supinated pull down. Again, aiming for 8 to 10. I got 11 on the first one. I won't on the second set. Okay, third and final working set. Very fatiguing. First one I got 11, second one I got 10. Again, I'm gonna strive for that 8 to 10 rep range. I'm going very near to failure. I really feel my lats. That's the whole goal. If you're training an intended muscle group, like if you're training lats and you don't feel your lats, you're feeling your shoulders, there's a problem with your technique. Lower the weight, slow it down a little bit. You want to feel the intended muscle. You wanna feel the stretch. If you're not, you're wasting your time. The hardest part about the gym is getting there. So once you're there, drop the ego and make sure you do what you need to do to feel the intended muscle. Because if you're going there and you're trying to train your arms and you feel your back or you feel your shoulders, you spent all that time getting ready for the gym, you got there, you're prepped, you're wasting your time, right? Make sure that once you're there, you're dialed in and you know what you're trying to achieve. Drop the ego. For me, it's all about feeling my lats right now while doing this. Third working set. And making sure I go all the way out, that I didn't leave anything behind, that I'm not thinking about what I could have accomplished later on in the day at the gym because I didn't go all out on a set. 5. Second exercise is going to be cable rows, but I'm going to do this very differently than you're used to seeing. I'm not going to sit back and pull to here because naturally every time I'm going to lean back. Instead, I'm going to really focus on the stretch and I'm just going to pull my elbows until they're in line with my spine. So again, I'm really preoccupied about lengthened reps, making sure at the end I'm in that stretch position and I really am fully lengthened through every single rep. So I'm gonna really reach, I'm gonna drive down, I'm gonna be leaning forward slightly. Chin's still gonna remain relatively neutral, like my chin looking forward, but here I'm really gonna focus on the stretch. And this is kind of my thickening exercise for back. I don't have a big preoccupation about getting big anymore. I just wanna continue to lean down. I have about 7 pounds more to drop and just continue to kind of like let my waist look as narrow as possible. And to do that, lats, delts, quad sweep. So here we are, this is my second exercise. I think because you're pushing through your feet, if you lean back like this, you're gonna lose a lot. Your spinal erector is gonna take over, you're gonna use momentum. So I'm gonna lean forward, here I am, and drive. Stretch, drive. Oh. 11 reps, got a lot of upper back, a little bit of lat. Really, this is like my thickness exercise that I'm gonna do today. Did the supinated specifically for lats. This is my rowing movement, big stretch. I'm gonna get 8 to 10 reps again. Happen to get 11 there. I'm gonna move a little bit up in weight. Probably bring it up 1 more on the stack. 8 to 10 reps, 3 working sets again. And then I'll finish off with a polisher for my back. I'll do 3 exercises, somewhere between 8 and 9 sets, depending on how fatigued I get. That's really gonna be back day, and then we'll move on to a couple bicep exercises. Good to go. Okay, we're 20 minutes into our workout. We've done 5 working sets. We've done 2 warm-up sets. Keep the pace, guys. For my warm-up sets, I'm doing about 60 to 90 second breaks. My working sets, somewhere between 2 and 4 minutes. Back, for me, that's usually like a 3-minute break. If I do like a supinated on one side and then supinated on the other, I set the timer for 2 minutes. Figure the first side took 30 seconds, so 2.5, 3-minute breaks between those, 3-minute breaks on these cable rows. We'll finish up this. I will probably end with some lat prayers using some ropes. I'll show you that movement in a second. Big lat isolation, really concentrating on my lats today. Not so concerned about my traps or my mid traps. They're already developed enough. So it's just third and final set, looking for 8 to 10 reps. Yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. I mean, I'll probably only need 2 sets of lat prayers, 8 really, really hard sets of back. You don't need to be in the gym all day to train hard, really. 35-minute sets, 35 minutes of back is plenty of back if you make every single set count. Same thing with quads, even quads. You get done with quads in 35 minutes, 30 minutes, 6 brutal sets, take a 3 to 4 minute break, train them hard back, 2.5, 3 minute break, next set, all out, near failure. That's how you grow back. And then sleep, make sure you hit your protein requirements. Don't come back and train back for another 72, 96 hours. When you do volume like this, like 6 to 8 hard sets, you need 72 to 96 hours before you train the muscle again. But 2 sessions of back a week, hard sets, that's how you grow your back. Okay, third final exercise for back, 2.5 minute break. We're doing lat prayers. I take 2 ropes, so nice and long because I want to fully lengthen. Come down on both knees, so it's called a prayer. Hand over your head, here we are. Pull, long stretch, pull. Let my hands come through my head. All right, saw mid-set there. I stepped back. I kind of walked myself back. Don't be afraid to adjust your setup mid-set, right? Want to step back so I can lengthen my arms above my head or get my head through my shoulders even further. Anything, if you're bench pressing and you need to readjust your shoulders or further retract your scapula, don't be afraid to adjust between reps, right? Biggest mistake you can do is overcommit. Same thing, overcommit to a stock, overcommit to a relationship, anything. Don't be afraid to make adjustments as you go, because again, you've only got so many rounds in the chambers here. I'm gonna train, today I'm only gonna do 8 sets of back. I want each of my working sets to absolutely be as optimal as possible. So I'm making sure that I make decisions so that these sets are absolutely optimal. Second working set of lat prayers, I made the decision 8 sets is enough. It's really an indication of, can I generate force? How challenging are these? How much fatigue do I feel like I've accrued? I'm really striving to do 3 working sets for each muscle group, but you don't need to beat it down. The goal here is to grow. It's like growing a plant. You don't grow a plant by abusing it. You grow a plant by watering it, giving it fertilizer, sunlight. Same thing here. You build muscle by activating the muscle, pushing it to the limits, then making sure that you get proper nutrition and proper rest. So second and final working set of lat prayers here. Yeah, that's it. Okay, 2 working sets, 8 to 10 reps, lat prayer. Done for back, now we're getting to some biceps. Okay, first exercise we're doing for biceps now. We finished back, we're gonna do arms. is a standing cable curl, okay? I want to get my arm behind my head. I want to allow my elbow to elevate slightly. Reason for this is there's 3 functions to the bicep: flexion, extension of the elbow, pronation and supination of the wrist, and then actually shoulder elevation. So you can watch, I go through a lot of that by doing this exercise. So here we go. Behind the head, fully lengthen, big stretch. So with these, I'm gonna do 3 working sets, 8 to 10 reps, then do seated curls for 15 reps. I'll probably do somewhere between 5 and 6 sets of biceps today and end with some triceps. Again, I love this exercise because you can really lengthen the bicep. Again, I can slightly elevate the shoulder while I'm doing this. My primary goal is not to raise and pull this way. I want the elbow to bend and straighten. Squeeze the bicep. Stretch the bicep, squeeze the bicep, stretch the bicep. Another way to think about it is flex the bicep, flex the tricep, flex the bicep, flex the tricep. So we're doing 3 working sets of behind the head cable curls, and then we're gonna move on to seated, lying back, what's known as incline dumbbell curls. Okay, we did 3 working sets of behind the head cable curls. Now we're going to do some incline curls. The key for me here is to allow my elbows to be behind my torso. So this is a huge stretch here. I'm using thick grip dumbbell curls. This is a massive stretch at the bottom because 1, my biceps are in a lengthened position while my elbows are behind my back, and 2, with these thick grips, try to control the weight the entire time through. Okay, so I'm only gonna need 2 working sets of that. It'll be 5 sets total of bicep, 8 sets back, 5 sets biceps, and now I'm gonna end with some tricep extensions. I'm gonna use a rope actually to do them in 4 sets. So all in today, we did 17 working sets, 8 sets for back, 5 sets for biceps, 3 for triceps. We did 4 biceps, behind the head cable curls, 3 sets, and 2 working sets of incline curls. That's it, guys. That's all you need to do. I mean, all in today at the gym, I was here for an hour, and that is plenty of time to absolutely crush your workout. All right, let's go through some tricep extensions. Okay, final exercise of the day, tricep extension. I'm gonna use a cross the body tricep extension. I love this exercise. It allows me to really retract my scapula, really kind to your elbows. You do not wanna get elbow tendonitis. And this is the Kaiser. If you don't know what Kaiser is, this is probably the best in the industry. It actually uses compression, so I'm pumping resistance into this thing right now. I'm gonna assume that I need about 50 pounds of resistance. Let's see how it feels. Oh, it's heavy. Amazing. Usually on a stack, I need somewhere between 30 and 40 pounds. I can already tell you the tension's so heavy through this, through the compression. I'm at 22 pounds of resistance through this compression machine. Here we go. I cross the body, make sure my scapula is nice and retracted. Ooh, super smooth. Okay, you may not have this machine. Again, this is top of the line, Kaiser, but you're gonna have some sort of cable machine that you can cross your body and do cross the body tricep extensions. That was super smooth. I'm gonna do 4 sets of those, 15 reps per set. That's my first working set. So 4 times 15 on this bad boy, each one going near failure. Guys, again, this was my complete push day. I did push day plus arms today. If you like what you saw, hit subscribe. Please like the video. Follow me on Instagram. That's the majority of my following is there on Instagram. Once again, thanks for watching the video. This is real training for real people. I've helped hundreds of people lose weight, and this is designed for real people who have real lives who want real results. Thanks for tuning in.